Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Avery. I'm 25 years old and I make videos all about personal finance and budgeting. In today's video, I will be doing a Transfer Tuesday. So what is Transfer Tuesday? Transfer Tuesday is the day of the week that we look at our financial goals here on Personal Finance YouTube, and we look at how much money we can allocate towards those goals based off of how we are doing during that month. So today is August 1st, and it's the first Transfer Tuesday of August. So really I'm going to be looking at how I did in the month of July and what I can do to put money towards my current financial goal. Since this is my first Transfer Tuesday that I have done in a while, I do want to get in the habit and the consistency of doing Transfer Tuesdays. I can check in on my finances on a weekly basis. I do use the budgeting software YNAB, and this is also called You Need a Budget. So I'm going to be looking at my categories on there and determining how much money I have left over. That way I can move money in from one category to my current financial goal. So what is my current financial goal? My current financial goal is to put any extra money that I have towards my Roth IRA. How did I choose this goal? I do mention in other videos that I have student loan debt, which I do have a plan to pay off. So really this is just like if I don't spend money that I was expecting to spend, or if I get some extra money and I want to put money into my Roth, because even though I am trying to pay off my debt, I do think it's important that I still invest money, since I am young. I'm 25 years old, and the more money I can invest as I'm younger, the less money I have to invest when I'm older. So that is the thought process behind why I have chosen the goal for my Roth IRA. So let's go ahead and get into this. So what I'm going to do is go into the sorry, you can't see it, but I'm on my phone right here. I'm going to go into my YNAB app on my phone and just check my available balances in here. So let me go ahead and get that set up, and I'll try to put it on the screen. So we can take a look at each category line by line and figure out where I need to put the money. So let's take a look here. My very first category is focused on now. This is my pet, so I'm not going to be touching that. I am going to be moving some money from my groceries category, and I'm going to go ahead and move probably $15 over to my Roth IRA. So I need to make sure I'm doing it from the groceries category to the Roth IRA, which is in my investments. So far I have $15 that I'm putting towards my Roth IRA. So the reason why I chose that, even though it's August 1st, is because I do believe I'm going to be going under budget on my groceries category, simply because I don't anticipate having to buy that much groceries, because my mom did promise that she was going to give me some of the meat that she has in her freezer, just full disclosure. And that's usually the most expensive thing for groceries when you're having to buy food, is the protein. So if I have most of that taken care of, I don't need to worry about it, which means I'll probably spend less money. I'm not going to touch the dining out category though, because I know myself and I know that I tend to have a tendency to dine out. So just keeping it 100 with you. Moving on, housing, I'm not going to touch. Utilities, I am going to do nothing from there, since that's pretty straightforward. From my transportation category, I have a car service on sometime in a week or two, so I know I don't want to touch auto maintenance. But for my car insurance, that is a sinking fund. I don't want to touch that. But for transportation, I'm pretty sure I could move at least, let's do $5 from there. So from transportation to my Roth IRA. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then health and fitness, medical, I could probably move some money from medical, but I am trying to build that up as a sinking fund, so let's not touch that. Subscriptions are pretty straightforward. YNAB, I have been getting some YNAB referrals where people have signed up using my link. So my YNAB, my YNAB renewal date is actually a little bit further into the future than I'm expecting, or I was initially anticipating. So I do think I could probably move some money from this category and still be able to have enough money in this category by the time the renewal date comes around, which I think is in June of next year. Side note, if you do want to try the software, YNAB, or You Need a Budget, I do have a link down below for a 34-day free trial. If you like it and you sign up using my link, you get 30 days free. in addition to the 34-day free trial. Thank you to the person that helped correct that for me in my previous video. I think I said the wrong date or the wrong amount of additional time that you get free. That being said, how much money should I move? I'm kind of feeling, for no particular reason, $7.75 from this category to my Roth IRA, because it'll just bring down that category amount to $50, and I really like nice even round numbers. So let's do that. Let's check sinking funds. So my credit card annual fee, I don't want to touch. My haircut, I did finally schedule a haircut. I'm not going to cut off the length, but I do want to like cut up the layers a little bit to kind of give it some like breathability in the summertime. But I do know that's going to cost $65, probably plus $15 at least for a tip. I haven't done the math on that. 15 divided by 65. Okay, so it's not the worst tip in the world. So that means I do have extra money in the haircut category. So let's go ahead and move. Let's do another $10. As you can tell, since it's the beginning of the month, I am just trying to skim a little off the top. And I'm also not trying to touch too many sinking funds where I'm really trying to build up the balance, because that would just not serve the purpose that I want for those categories. So $10 from haircut to the Roth IRA. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to be done with that. And if you can't see my phone, I'm doing this all on my phone. I don't normally film with YNAB on the app, but I did want to do it this way just to try it a bit differently. That way I didn't have to like deal with the computer filming and also dealing with my phone. So investments category, I'm clearly not touching that. Fun, I don't want to touch fun money, but I do think I can pull a little bit of money out of the health, beauty, and clothing. So I'm going to do $5.32 from this category to the Roth IRA. So that's done. Let's see. I already touched YNAB. I touched the haircut category. Fun and spending, and then my holding category. Okay, stuff I forgot to budget for. I don't normally have this category, so I do think I could probably take off $25 from here and move it into the Roth IRA from after thinking about it a bit further. So let's go ahead and do that. Next month's spending. The purpose of this category is to get 1 month ahead on my regular monthly bills. So I don't want to touch this category ever, simply because if I'm doing that, I'm no longer 1 month ahead. So that is why I'm not going to touch this category. So taking a look here, this means that I have $68.07 in my Roth IRA, or in my Roth IRA category. So now I just need to go ahead and actually transfer this money over to my bank account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm actually going to stop screen recording my phone for that one. I am going to make a deposit or a transfer from my bank account to my Roth IRA. I'm going to do the amount that I was able to basically skim off the top of all of my categories. That was $68.07. My contributions to date were, so far I have contributed $428.62 to my 2023 Roth IRA. Reason why it's so low is because I've made some changes to my budget, and because I was focused on maxing out my 2022 Roth IRA up until April 15th, the deadline for last year. So since I'm actually so close to hitting 500, let me do the math here. So 428.62 is 71.38. So I'm actually going to do 71.38 for this, just so I can get up to $500 in contributions for 2023. So let me go ahead and enter this now. Sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I'm just checking my phone to make sure that everything goes through okay. So I have officially initiated that transfer. When the market opens tomorrow, I'm going to make a purchase of $71.38 into my VTI, which is what I'm doing. Not investment advice. That is just what I've been putting my Roth into. Simply because I have a pension. I do work in public employment. And in the pension fund, it's not really getting invested the way that 401ks are typically invested, or the way that Roth IRAs are invested. So that's my reasoning for putting it into a more aggressive or all stocks fund. So that is now done. So that means I'm up to $500. Let me double check. Okay, so I'm now up to $500 out of $6,500 in my Roth IRA for 2023. So that is very exciting. A bit behind if I do want to max it out, but I'm not sure if the goal is really to max it out. To be honest, I'm just trying to see how far I can get. And then depending on at the end of the year how I'm doing, if I have money in my savings or any of my big savings categories, I'm just going to take money from there and try to max it out if possible. The main priority is student loans, but I still don't want to forget about my Roth IRA. Once I start making payments on my student loans, you're going to see a lot of that in these Transfer Tuesday videos. So I am excited to share my journey on how that's going. As a reminder, I owe $22,074.68 on my federal student loans, and I graduated in 2020. So that is where all of that debt is coming from. Since I ended up doing less than what more than what I anticipated that I put in that category, since I am doing more than what I actually had transferred just to get up to a nice even round number of 500, I'm actually going to go ahead and move a little bit more money into this account. So if I'm doing 7138 and I put aside 6807, I need to find an additional $3.31 in my budget to get the money up to what I actually transferred to my Roth IRA. So what does that mean? I should go ahead and pick a category to pull this money from, and I think I'm just going to do my food category. So I'm going to move $3.31 from groceries to the Roth. And then finally, to balance all of my accounts, I'm going to go into checking, and I am going to put that I did $71.38. I'm going to make the payee my Roth IRA, and it's going to come from the category Roth IRA. I'll hit save, and now you can see that the money is now to zero. So thank you all for watching. Let me know what you're saving for down in the comments below, and how this Transfer Tuesday is going for you if you end up doing this with all of your fellow YouTubers, but you don't make YouTube videos, or even if you do. But otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video.